On. Welcome back into the channel. Welcome back to MVP Fishing. Welcome back to our channel. Yep, this is our channel. And I figured I'd take a break today. You know, the river's been, beating me up for days and days, and actually weeks. So I figured I'd take a nice little break, come down here. Got a dozens or so worms left. See if anything's working around, anything's moving around. I mean, if you guys checked out my shorts, I already caught one largemouth down here, about a pound. So we potentially good chance of getting some fish. I've got this one with worm out there on the bottom, trying to see if there's any catfish or anything moving around. Plus, I got to get the sand out of my dang reels. Got to work this dang sand out of my gears. Good way to relax, come down here, do some fishing. It's just our first little spot we stopped. And the noise you hear in the background, if you guys can hear it over the mic, is they're cutting the grass down here. Yep, they're non-existent grass they're cutting. Nothing's growing up yet, but work's work, I suppose. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Appreciate it. We're just getting started. This is basically our first cast. We're trying down here, see if anything's hitting. You know, the wind's not blowing too bad. It's maybe 55, 56 degrees. I kind of wanted to take a break from the river, see what the lake's doing. Plus, I needed to get the sand out of these dang reels. Got to work this sand out of my gears. Give us a chance to work for some bass, bluegill, catfish, crappie. Whole bunch of different species down here we haven't fished for in a while. Got worm on this little bobber. We're kind of drifting out here weightless with got a night crawler out there pretty deep, seeing if anything's out there. We're just going to see if anything's hitting right now. I'll just let this drift down and we'll come check the chat, see what's going on. Yeah, all my reels are all tightened up from the dang sand in them, so I gotta get that crap out of it, obviously. I hate taking reels apart. I don't do it unless I have to. Basically just kind of getting that sand to work out of the dang reel. Takes a little while, but it's not impossible. I don't have to take it apart, hopefully. She's loosening up already. My other reels are fine. It's just this one got a little bit of sand in her the other day. So we're just going to be kind of drifting a worm out here and seeing what's going on. See if I can get anything like bluegill, crappie, bass, whatever. All right, let me put this just a little bit deeper, and we'll just drift this out here while I come check the chat out. That bobber's slipping on me again. This is my last one of these I got, so I'm stuck with it. Yep, I am stuck with the little sucker. All right, we'll come check the chat. Let that kind of drift. That one's got worm on the bottom. Well, let me check this one out, make sure it's okay. I might have cast out a little too far with that one. It seems to be okay. We just got worm on them, just kind of drifting them out here, see what's going on. That's probably better for that one. All right, let that drift, and I'll come check the chat out. We do have a swim bait on. We're going to cast for some bass, too. I'm definitely not gonna not do that. I mean, there are some nice bass in this lake. Obviously, you guys are just tuning in. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're down at Fairgrounds Park trying to see what's going on with everything. Let's see if I can zoom in on everything. Wow, we had some chat. Danny, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Chaos Goat. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. And Fishing with Rivers, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. See, Danny said, well, Danny erased that. Says, bam, nice place, Mike. Yeah, it's a nice little cove off the main lake. I'm hoping she's warming up a little faster. Chaos Goat says, Danny. And River says, sup, bro. Hope you catch some. I do too. We got a good chance. I already spent about 15 minutes, trying a little swim bait, something, nice little bass pulverizer. That's on one of my shorts I just put out. And Hook, Line, and Plummet, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Plummet says hi. See, Chaos Goat says hook line. And Danny says hi, Plummet. We also have an Outdoor Family. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Outdoor says, Big Mike, go get him today. We're gonna try. I've got some decent ideas of where I need to cast with a swim bait and worm. Try to see if we can get some catfish, bass, bluegill, crappie, whatever wants to hit. And let's see, Rod, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Rod says, hi, Teresa. Did I miss Teresa? Oh, yeah, right in front of you. Teresa, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. See, time. Teresa says Rivers. And Zyro, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Zyro says, what's popping, y'all? We're just getting started. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Every spot's got to be a little bit different. See, Almas, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Almas says hello. Yeah, I sometimes butcher your names. I apologize. Then he says, hey, Zion. See. Then he says, hey, Amos. Let's try a few casts with the swim bait. Now come check the chat again. Yeah, this is called a, well, it's a little swim bait. One of these guys, Steve Turner makes these. Steve Turner, CrappieManJigs.com. It's a little weighted, on a weighted hook, wide gap. You can kind of bounce that around. And I know you guys hear the sirens. It happens down here, unfortunately. We're right near a main road, so yeah, that kind of happens, unfortunately. Yeah, I got that one out there for catfish, kind of floating that one around out here a little. Seen ever any bluegill or anything around? It's just our first spot. We're going to be moving around. Oh, there's a bite on worm. I saw that. He bobbed it. Oh, he's running with it. Yep, he's running. Oh, missed him. Well, I know where there's some bluegill now. I know where there's some bluegill. Yeah, this is a much easier trip. It's a lot easier than that river. That river's been tearing me up for weeks. But just some big ones have been hitting. They kind of calmed down finally. So I figured I'd take a break and let them rest and come down here, have a nice, easy day of fishing down on the lake. Get that sucker to cast out there right in this wind. Felt like something popped it there for a second. Usually you can feel them when they hit this. You'll just feel a little tap and you'll feel on there and he'll be sitting there. Another bite on worm. He's running with it. Yeah, might have a little guy having trouble getting that worm in his mouth. Hey, we're getting bites. That's what counts. We're definitely finding some fish here. One more cast with the swim bait. I'll come check the chat out. Well, I got one right in the head out there, don't I? I apologize for the tractors if that volume is getting kind of bad. I got a mic on it. Hopefully it's cutting out a lot of it. It's loud for me. I can't take it. One more cast. One more cast. I have a hard time believing there's not a bass sitting down on this bank. I just got to kind of irritate him enough to get him to hit the swim bait. Yeah, if I felt him hit that kind of felt like a bluegill or something hitting on to hold on to the end of the tail. They'll do that with these swim baits. Any kind of soft plastic you're bouncing on the bottom this time of the year, a lot of times you'll get a lot of bluegill, green sunfish grab onto the end of it. All right, let's come check the chat. We'll let that kind of sit there for a couple minutes, and we'll. It's our first spot, folks. No worries. We're getting a few bites. Yeah, I was just, you know, that river, I think I kind of wore her out for the past weeks or so. So we're going to be sitting down here doing a little bit of pond fishing, you know, lake fishing, seeing what's going on here. See what's going on with the chat. Fishing with Rivers. Chaos says, hi, Lines. Rod Wilson says, hi, Teresa. Teresa says, Rivers. Rivers says, hello. Chaos with cool goat emojis. Let's see, Chaos says, I thought I was sub to you as well, Danny. Yeah, it does. It's been dropping a lot of subs, trust me. For the past, what is it, a week and a half, I've been trying to break that 2,400 barrier, and we just beat it last night. It would go up 3 subs and then drop 2, and then go up 3 subs and then drop 4. Yeah, YouTube's doing something a little crazy right now. Let's see. Danny says, yeah, too, it's strange. It's been doing that, like, yeah. See, Danny says, awesome. And Chaos says, maybe I just assumed since I always see you around. Sometimes if you don't leave a comment, the sucker will drop you too. I mean, it happens. Danny says, LOL right, with the funny little emoji thingies. All right, let's see what's going on with that. That didn't hit a deck cast. Maybe he's sitting there with it just swallowed. Oh, sitting on the bottom. Sitting on the bottom. I know that bobber slipped because I had it deeper than that. No, it isn't. It's tight. Yeah, they usually don't cut grass all day, so it shouldn't take too long for them to stop. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, or we're gonna have a lot of sound in the background. Yeah, this swim base kind of, in this lake, you're kind of just bouncing that off the bottom, kind of giving it a sharp pop, trying to make it look like a little minnow or shad or something bouncing off that bottom. Giving a little flash, a little vibration. Because bass are pretty aggressive fish. They chase stuff like cats, basically. The water temperature is not quite high enough, warm enough for them to be coming in here, really chasing a bait. They just, if it darts past them, they're going to grab it. kind of like lethargic, like right after you fed your cat or dog, they just sitting there. Ain't really that interested in eating, but if something comes near their heads, they're going to hit it. Yeah, this might not be the right spot. I just set up here, you know, just kind of waiting for the tractors to kind of finish their job of cutting stuff. I mean, the grass don't look like it's growing up to me. Do you? Don't look like it's growing up much. I guess they might just be out here, you know, testing, making sure everything's still working. Seems like a waste of time to me. All right, let's see what's going on. That's just kind of drifting out there. We had a couple bites, but they just not really that active in the spot, unfortunately. That wall down there is usually really good for bluegill and crappie and, you know, bass too. That, I don't know if you can see that bridge in the background, but we're gonna pop over here to this one point, and then we're gonna go over there to that bridge and try. And if that doesn't pan out, we're gonna move further down the lake. Hopefully, we're gonna find some fish. That's way in too shallow, but we're gonna try it. Shallower you go, kind of the faster you got to work it, because the more it's going to bounce on the bottom. Sometimes this lake is really, really dynamite. You can't keep the rods out, and sometimes it's kind of lethargic. You never really know until you come down here and try. But it's a much easier trip than down on the river. Much closer to the house too. I don't have to spend 45 minutes to an hour, you know, getting down the spot and setting everything up. And even with the scooter, it still takes maybe 15 minutes to get down to a spot. Dang it, that's just wrong, Michael. It's just wrong. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I'm sure these tractors are going to kind of pushing these fish off the bank. They always do, unfortunately. Kind of have an idea of where to fish, and then they start cutting the grass. My feet feels pretty good. Hang on, I gotta recast. This is going over my other line. We're gonna kind of flip this right by the bank, and I think we're gonna check the chat, and then I'm gonna move down a little bit. Take you with me as I check this shoreline and see if there are any bass working up. I'll bring my backpack because I gotta, you know, keep the glare down. Move down here a little bit. Reset the camera up. And I'll check that chat. This looks like a pretty good spot. Gonna reset her. That's pretty good. Got that screen, make sure we're zoomed in. All right, let's see what's going on with the chat. See Danny, Chaos. See 9 people in, 26 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I appreciate that. We're a little bit early, but see Chaos says maybe just oh yeah, and I'm not hoping a lot. Background noise, MVP, sounds good. Okay. Yeah, the mic feed usually cuts that down, but those tractors make a heck of a lot of ruckus. Yeah, they can. One of the reasons why I bought a mic feed in the first place was because they seem to be cutting that grass all summer long, and there ain't no grass to cut yet. I mean, I don't think there is. I don't know about you guys. Oh, I don't know what that was. He grabbed it for a second there. Yeah, I felt that. I felt that. No teeth marks. Interesting. Bass will leave teeth marks on your lure. Might have been a small one. Yeah, we're still going to keep up with the bait. We're going to go back over there and move that over here in just a second. Before I move everything down here, I want to make sure I cast this. And these bass can be a little sneaky down here. They're used to seeing people, so if you walk down on them and make too much noise, they take off to the depths for a little bit. Or just kind of bury themselves in the structure and won't come out. All right, that sun felt good, but when those clouds come back, that actually is kind of chilly down here. Actually, it's a little nipply down here. All right, last cast before I go move everything. We're gonna move right down to there to that point down there and try move all the bait and everything down there. Yeah, that's a good cast, right to the edge of where I wanted to fish in the next spot. Whenever you feel something, nip at it, you got to check to see if he's got it in his mouth or not. A lot of little bluegill and green sunfish in this lake just like to nip at stuff. All right, let's check that. Let's move over and we'll get those bait rods moved over with us. See what's going on with the next spot over here. That's a much more relaxing, much easier way to fish, folks. It really is. Chat, probably not. It's just probably. Yeah, we did too. We had it. We had the chat frozen there for a minute. Hang on, let me go check the chat out. Yep, our chat was frozen there for just a minute. Let's see. Billigrams, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate it. What's going on? Sorry about that. The chat was frozen for a minute there. Billigren says tight lines. And hey guys and gals. We also have Purnell. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, Purnell. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Purnell says Villagrins. Danny says hi, Purnell. I don't know why that chat froze like that. And Robert, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Robert says hi, Danny. And hi, family. Yep, Robert says hi, Mike. Yeah, we're taking a little day off from fishing the river. I mean, it's been so tough recently. A nice, calm, relaxing day on the lake. And we get more folks fishing over here, but you know, obviously it's just a heck of a lot easier to fish, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna move her over there to that other spot over there. Try pretty much where that bench is. Well, just a little bit from that. So we tried this spot pretty good. We're gonna move over. Give me a minute to get all this gear together, and we'll run over there real quick. We don't even got to turn the scooter on for this roll. Just roll her over. Ain't got much to put up. Just put my worms up, grabbing my backpack, grabbing the rods. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I know you're a little bit on a skewed angle there. All right, let's get going over here. Be much easier if I just, you know, took one thing and the other thing, but what the heck, let's go all of it. Let's go all of it. Sorry about getting bounced around a little bit. We got to kind of work around until we find some active fish. You guys look on my short feed. I already caught like a pound and a half largemouth down here already. So we got a decent chance of catching some fish. That wasn't about 15, 20 minutes ago. Like a minute or two before I started the live feed, I was wondering if anything was active or not. And pop! Guess there was. I guess there was. Yeah, people fishing off the edge of that bridge, it never works. I mean, it's just too shallow. Fish can see you, obviously. All right, that was pretty good. We're a little high up. That's easy enough to fix. Gonna move that just a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. We get the rods out here, our bait rods, and then we'll come check the chat, and then we'll a few times for bass here. See if there's any actively feeding bass. There's bass in every spot down here. It's just the majority of them, you know, aren't hitting at the time you come down. We got a bobber on this one, a little piece of worm. We got this one with a weight, casting that out a little bit deeper. All right, that's pretty good. We're just gonna lay that right there. The bobber, I could probably, oh, I don't know. Just cast this over here where you guys can see it. That's like a nice little spot. Yeah, fishing off that bridge the way people do, the fish are right over the top of you. Chances are they're seeing you. So fishing like that off that bridge, it just doesn't work. Wish people would figure that out, but well. Oh well. Not sure if you can see that bobber or not. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. We might move the camera over to the right over there. I don't know. To the left, to my, well, your right, my left, because you know how the camera works on these things. It's always backwards. Robert says, Mike. And then he says, Robert, subbed. Awesome. Appreciate that. And Brittany, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. What's going on? Brittany says, afternoon all. And Robert says, hi, thanks. Get that stupid glare off. It's give me a mod. Let me check. Sure everything's okay with everything. I will as I keep like 4 or 5 for you know kind of what I call them temporary mods. I can only get maybe another 4 or 5 mods added to my, if I have to worry about, you know, getting too many, but if you come back in next time, and that's I know, Robert, I don't like to keep more than about 50 wrenches on my channel right now, because it's YouTube's kind of really being a nuisance about having too many wrenches on your channel. But I'll let that set for the day. And you know, if someone becomes inactive for a while, we'll see about switching you around to a full you know, full-time mod. But right now I'll leave that wrench on so you can kind of sub around and check other people's chats, other people's videos and everything. Oh, wind. Yeah, I didn't need more where that came from. Where the heck did that wind come from? I have 50. You're 52, so I'm actually 2 over what I really wanted to keep. Right now it's okay. Just have that temporary wrench. That way you can go through everyone's chat. We'll see about later. No worries. Oop, there's a bite on worm. Oop. Oh, you sucker. Man, he was pulling on it pretty good. I hooked him too. I hooked him. Hey. No skunk on the feed. That's a pretty little guy. That's a pretty little guy. I get a pretty little sunfish. The colors, the translucency on that little bluegill. Nice little 5-incher. All right, see you, buddy. Come back here. Come back here. You don't want to get in the leaves. See ya. Thank you. Hey, looks like I'm on the right track here. Yeah, that was on the bottom with worm. He hit it pretty good too. Poor thing didn't even get the worm off. Poor little guy didn't even get the worm off. I even took away his meal. I'm going to kind of leave that over there because that one's drifting more. This one's staying in spots, so I have to kind of compensate for that sucker drifting a little bit. Many a big old carp have come out of this lake in this technique too, with just the little slip sinker on the bottom with a little worm on there. Put a little stick here, make sure she can't get that rod in, just in case something big hits it. I wanted to take a few casts with the swim bait, but that sucker didn't let me. Oh, another bite. That was another bite. Might find some active bluegill down here, something. Oh, I see you. Think I got him. Yep. Fish on. Another little guy. Oh, I even smaller than the last one, but cute little guys, aren't they? Check that little guy out. Look at that little guy. That's bait, but I might keep a few of these for bait, actually. What the heck? I just thought of that. Why don't I put these in my little pouch there? I'll keep some of them for bait. Maybe I'll use some today. Maybe I'll use some of them on the river. Hang on, folks. Let me get one cast with the swim bait before I can come check the chat. I'm sure if they're out there, some catfish and stuff around too. Might cut up one of them bluegill if I can catch a few of them. We'll see. All right, after this cast, I'll come check the chat. You know, spinnerbaits work so much better in this lake, but unfortunately, I don't have any funds. My last spinnerbait died down here. This technique works. It's just quite a bit slower. Give that a little bit line just in case she starts pulling. Don't want her to pull the rod in on us. Don't want her to pull the rod in. Trying to change up these camera angles all day. It's a beautiful spot. I just don't want anyone to get, too tired of the same view. And we're going to be trying a lot of spots, so why not keep her looking interesting? Probably should cut up one of them bluegill for sure. I'm thinking about it at this exact moment. Let's check the chat, see what is going on. Danny, what do we have in? See, Jersey, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Jersey says, cool. And Danny says, I'm in control. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. Chaos with the cool emojis. Danny with all thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Chaos says, yep, double tap that screen for me. Double tap, double tap. Robert says, you good, man? You're more than well. That way you can, check out people's chats a lot easier. I've seen you in a couple of times, Robert. No worries. I figured that out when I was doing my live feeds. And, if you don't want too many moderators, you can go back into your, you know, YouTube Chrome, and after a live feed, you can tell folks that you're setting up a temporary mod for the day so that you can sub and everything, and keep coming in. We'll talk about, because I have two people already that seem to be pretty inactive, and I'm thinking about removing them so I can get that number down to 49, so I can uh, have an extra room for another standard mod. I kind of like people to come in about maybe at least once a week. I mean, if I'm doing live feeds 3 or 4 times a day, all you have to do is come in and say hi once. That's pretty much it. And I'm happy. Doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, I do know folks get busy and everything, and it's not like if I remove the wrench on you, it's going to be a permanent thing. It's just I have to keep those numbers down. I really do, because I was getting like 1.2 on to less than that on some of my live feeds, and I was doing really good live feeds, and YouTube just they weren't pushing them. Now, when I dropped those mod levels down to about 50, I started seeing the live feeds starting to jump again. Now, it seems like that's only that way with channels that have been around for a while. Now, new channels, it's okay to pop those wrenches all you want. YouTube doesn't really care, but when you've been around for a while, yeah, that barbecue. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on, David? What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Yep, tank of a fish. Yeah, well, it's a fish. A fish is a fish. Yeah, I am way behind chat, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to jump ahead. Try to shout out everyone at least. See, Julie, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. We also have. Hi, Julie. Appreciate you coming in and visiting. Yeah, we might make this a bait day, to be honest. See, Purnell says Mike. And Cast and Card, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Yeah, it might be a good idea to cut up one of them bluegill. We're gonna start, trying to see if we can get some bluegill cut bait, maybe. That way, when I go down on the river, maybe today or tomorrow or the next day, I can have some cut bait. I can go down there in the deeper water and see if there's any big old blues and flatheads sitting down there. That sounds like a good plan, actually. We can make this a bait day. Make her a bait run day. That sounds like a pretty dang good plan to me. Assuming I brought something to cut the bait up with. The heck, it makes it so I got to keep all the bait for the next trip because I don't think I brought my knife with me. Oops. Suppose I could cut them with a cut piece of glass. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll just use the worm for now, and we'll figure something out. And the reel's already pretty much loosened up pretty good. She had a lot of sand in her the other day. I mean, obviously down on that beach shoreline with all that sand and stuff and all those waves going around, you can imagine how much sand got in the dang reel. Hit a tree branch, my bad. I try to keep my eyes out for that crap, but every once in a while, especially with the trees with no leaves on them right now, it's be hard to see them. Let's bite on worm. I saw that. I saw that, folks. Let it go. Sneaky little suckers. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. All these fish down in this lake are heavily fished for, even a bluegill. There goes an illegal four-wheeler down here. That's what tears the grass up and winds up with mosquitoes all year long down here. But they can't drive it on the concrete. They got to drive it in the dirt and mud. Oh. Oh, dang it. I thought I had one. Crap. Rock. I think a green sunfish grabbed it and pulled it in a rock. I could probably put a rooster tail on here and get a lot more strikes, but this usually gets the bigger fish. Pound largemouth and up. And I'm casting this over this, there's a little drop off here. So I'm casting that over that drop off and working it over the top of it. Saw that on the bobber. He's running with it. Ah, missed him. Missed him. I got to watch those things because in the shallows, they can be, that was real slimy. I'm thinking that might have been a catfish or something. Wouldn't mind a couple catfish too. If I caught a couple little catfish, that'd be great. If you guys are just tuning in, we're down at Fairgrounds Park. Trying one of the coves down here. I don't fish this cove a lot during the spring because it gets fished heavily. We're right by the parking lot, to be honest. This is the first spot down here. There's tons of spots further down, that way. Out of my neck. Popped. That was dumb. It's that way. Oh boy. We caught 2 bluegill already. I got one largemouth on a short just a little while ago. I got that on a just a little one of them 50-second live feed shorts where it's instantaneously uploaded from the picture you take. About 1.5 pounds, give or take. Hit this bait, so I'm figuring that's a good bait to be casting. This is one of Steve Turner, CrappieManJigs.com. He makes these weighted hooks and he makes the swim baits. Little paddle tails. Nice little lures. I mean, they're tough. I've yet to have a bass tear to pieces. I haven't caught any stripers or anything on them yet, but down on that river, it's bound to happen. I'm going to get those white bass schooling, and they're going to tear these suckers up. Where do you think is our next spot here? I'll probably take you guys along with me as I work this shoreline here to the left, and then we will move again. We'll probably move over here to this bridge. There's no one fishing on the right side of that bridge, and that's a really good spot for bluegill. Usually you can't even take a cast over there without getting a bite. So as long as you do it on the right angle. Forgot my backpack. I need my backpack for the glare. I set the backpack up against wherever the sun is, blaring against, wherever the sun's coming from. And that pretty much eliminates the glare so I can see the screen, at least decently. All right, let's see what's going on with the chat. What do we have in here? And NJ, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yeah, we're just doing a little lake fishing right now, you know, taking a break from the river. And Crappie Man Jig, Steve Turner. Hello, Steve. What's going on, sir? Yeah, I caught one bass on one of your swim baits. Just a little bit of the sucker tried to swallow it on me. Man, yep, the bridge man. NJ says Purnell. He says Stinger. Yep. Hi, Danny. Let's see, Ernest Grass. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you guys. What is going on? See, Cass King says, where is everyone? You go MVP. There's trains. Yeah, this is a lake called Fairgrounds Park. It's about maybe a quarter of a mile from the river where I fish. We're catching bait, bluegill, fishing for bass, crappie, just a different type of fishing. Yeah, he did. He tried to swallow it on that short feed. You can see that little sucker. See, NJ says 9 crappie and 1 bass. Oh, that's pretty good today. I know that wind got to you. It's not so bad down here. You can always get out of the wind in this place. Purnell says hit that subscribe button. Yes, sirree. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Yeah, says I just ordered. All right, gotcha. And Crappie said, Steve says, I appreciate that, Chaos. Let's take some few casts. Yeah, I've got this on, and this is a beautiful bait. I mean, just these swim bait paddle tails, they are tough. I've yet to have a bass tear to pieces. I've caught like 6 or 7 bass on this one lure already. Whoa, wind! Give me a break. I'd make sure the tripod don't get blown over on me. You know how that works with me. I have terrible luck with that. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Just when I walk away from that rod too, so when that tripod, the wind starts blowing. Oh, dropped it, sucker. Probably little bass. There are a lot of little like 8 and 10 inch bass in here that'll grab a bait. They'll grab the end of these tails and stuff and just kind of drop it. A lot of nice bass though. I mean, a lot of 4 and 5 pounders, some 7s and 8s. There's some big ones in this lake. Trying to keep an eye on those other rods, make sure something doesn't try to pull them in. Because they stock this lake with channel catfish pretty heavily during the summer, and there's still a lot of them in here. Caught 2 bluegill, 1 bass. I'm happy on the day already, but we're gonna keep on fishing. I'm snagged up on that. That's what I'm working through, this kind of stuff. Just bouncing that swim bait through that stuff. She's okay. Yep, looks perfect. Get that out just a little bit deeper. It's not bad. This is my little loose classic. I try to keep this one away from the river because I don't like the sand in it. I don't want it to tear this reel up. Primarily use this one for bass and trout. I always regret it when I come fishing down here and I don't start the live feed immediately. I always want to. Oh, sucker did it again. That's got to be a little bass. I felt him go ding ding again. It just. Clever little suckers. They learned to not hit baits all the way. Move over just a little bit. So I can get around those reeds, and then we'll move over. Just move over to that bridge over there. Hope you guys are enjoying the day. It's a beautiful day out here today. It really is. Can't beat this weather. She's a little bit of a skew. That's pretty good. Let's see, 8 people in, 45 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Scott Man says, is that a feather? Where? Oh, you're talking about someone else's videos. Okay, I got you. See, Steve says, take care, Pernell. And NJ says, Pernell, my man, see you, bro. NJ says, that pic I sent you? Okay. My other stuff, got you. Kind of a little tricky spot. I should just tear this stuff down. Yep, that's better. Got to improvise at times. Probably tried to just race this through a couple times. Maybe I can get one to come out of these reeds. Oop, bump something there. Rock or something. And I'm actually standing. My foot's just barely in the water. They don't make much of a shoreline in this lake unless you want to cast way the heck up here. I like to get down by the water. It gives me a better feel. Like someone might actually be fishing that damn bridge. Dang it. Crap. I can still see my rods over there, barely. The strike I had was bouncing it off the bottom. I went through that one spot down there, 4 or 5 different speeds until I finally slowed it down to about like this, and that one fish hit it. Kind of tells me the speed they want to be. They're lethargic. I mean, obviously the water temperature is like in the low 50s, maybe. To get in the 40s at night, that means the water staying pretty cool. Cast over here, and we'll move all our stuff over here. Yep, that's just mud and water where I was standing. I'll feel that in a little bit when I soaks through my shoe. Oh, you guys saw that, right? That one hit it on the way down. I don't know why I missed him. He was pulling on it. Might have been a crappie. There's some big crappie in this lake too. The problem is you catch them when you don't mean to. You fish for crappie for 3 hours and quit and start fishing for bluegill and catfish, and that's when you catch a crappie. Shad flicking the surface. Interesting. Usually they don't flick the surface unless something's chasing them. We'll try a couple bombs out here deep. Just run around here deep. What the heck? Always something interesting going on down here in the background. Yeah, that's the limits of this rod. About 30 yards. It's pretty good. Last cast. I'm going to get one in here right in the middle of this stuff. Close as I can get it to that edge without actually getting into it because I don't want to lose the lure. Pretty close with about a foot. Oh. Grabbed onto it and let it go. Those have got to be bluegill or little bass. And my idea to fish the bridge might not happen because obviously people have moved over there. Oh boy, we'll find somewhere. No worries. I've got another spot further down there. It's where the water pours out. Yeah, this is going to be a big run here, so we're going to have to get on our scooter and run. Get our rods, set up to go. And I will come check the chat and we will move on. We will move on here. Yep, scooter time, scooter time. And looks like we've got, hey, looks like we got more bait. Yep, that little sucker swallowed it, green sunfish. Give me my worm back, you little sucker. Give me it back, thank you. Yep, we got some more bait. Got some more bait. It's scooter time. I better not do that. Get freaking strike on my, because I'm, oh, that would be dumb. Yeah, that wouldn't be smart, would it, folks? That would not be smart, would it? MC Hammer would be after my butt for on one of my live feeds. Dang it, where's my nickel? I'll mail it to you, okay? Quite literally, that's all I'd be out of pocket. It would be like a friggin' nickel. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm getting there. There's some crawfish that are dragging me into the rocks down here. I don't have any crawfish baits. I'm waiting for someone to send me some, toads and stuff in the mail. Hint, hint. There are crawfish and there are frogs all over this lake. It's just, I'm out of every type of lure that might get the little suckers. I'm out of gitsits. I'm out of craws. I'm out of freaking everything, to be honest. I got to do this so I don't, break my neck. Got to get all this stuff situated. Let's see, where do I want to go? It's a combo where I want to go just for bass, catfish, and bluegill. I know where I can go just to catch bluegill, but the reel's not working right, is it? All right, there it goes. Anti-drag wasn't working. All right. Let's get this sucker going. Yeah, this one's not easy to do, by the way, folks. Riding with the scooter and the rods and the backpack and everything all at once. I can only do about 4 or 5 miles per hour. All right, here we go. Tighten that down a little so you guys don't bounce around quite as much. All right, here we go. Assuming I can get my finger on the damn throttle. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, do not break your neck. Yep. It's scooter time. Hey, what's going on? I knew he's talking to me. I can't stop right now. I got my hand on the throttle on something that goes 25 miles per hour. If I miss my fingertips here. Ooh, stay a little tight here. Don't breaking your behind. Ooh, yep. I don't want to go that fast. Did not want to go that fast. All right. Not a bad little trip. Yeah, he wanted to talk to me. Unfortunately, I'm a little busy at the moment. Yeah, I wanted to fish that bridge over there, but look at that. There's 4 cars over there. Ain't gonna happen. All right, scooters down. Yeah, I wanted to fish that bridge over there, but check that out. Yeah, 4 people moved in there since I came in here, so obviously that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna crowd into folks like that. I get this set right here. I haven't done a camera feed on down here in a long time. That's pretty good. We're gonna switch her around too, no worries. Try not to keep the camera in one spot too long today. Keep everyone entertained. Pull that up a little bit. And we can pull that up just a little bit. That looks better. And what did I miss in chat? Doug, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let's see. Don't forget your... Don't forget my cork. Oh, I still got a cork on. If Danny says, wee. All right, let's get the rods back out. What the heck? See what's going on over here. See what's going on. Might have to put a little bit more worm on this. Looks like something got the majority of it off. We are now on a bait run. Baiting and bassing. There's a little thing that the water runs out of. It's a big concrete piece here. There's usually a lot of bluegill and stuff set right by it. And that camera feed's like off big time, ain't it? That camera feed is way off, ain't it? That camera feed is way off. That's what I'm there talking about, that little concrete thing there. That's a cool spot, ain't it? Get right by the side of that. Is there any bluegill and stuff around? Come on, there's always a few little bluegill around that thing out there. Even in the dead of winter, I've seen it just unthawed and the ice just coming off, and there's usually bluegill sitting there. I could put on a little jig or something, you know, try that for a little bit. Ah, crap. I did not just do that. I did. Oops. Thank you. Came off easy. I could probably try a little crappie jig out here a little bit, see if I can get some crappie eventually. Get 3 or 4 more of these bluegill, and I'll switch this over to just fishing for crappie. And let's just drift out there for a minute. What the heck? Get my swim bait out here. We'll take a few casts. Get the swim bait back out of here. Take a few casts down this bank. Camera feed looks okay. This shoreline, there's a lot of smaller bass. I might be better off with like a small worm or something. On this, like a small, like a trick worm or something. Notice the water's a lot more murky down on this end. There's a lot more fish activity the further we get down here. It's just because the fish haven't moved from the deeper water into the shallows yet. It's kind of cold still. Well, that was the fish. It wasn't just a stick. Every once in a while, you gotta pin that thing right back into the plastic. These are the kind of temperatures we're going to have to be dealing with for a while. 55, 60. Not bad temps. We're going to have an 80-degree day, but it's supposed to be pouring down rain all day. There got to be some bass in that. I know what I'm working through. I'm working through a whole bunch of sticks and stuff down here. There's got to be one sitting here. There has to be. Got one of them things. Come on, though. Maybe I need to put on a new. That worm has been on there for a while. Let me put on a fresh worm. Yeah, we're officially on a bait run today, folks. We're bassing and baiting. And don't forget your worms. I forgot my worms, didn't I? Ah, crap. I did. I forgot my worms over there. Oh, Lord. I did. I forgot my worms over there. Well, hopefully nobody grabbed them. Oh, no, there you are. Duh. And that cork that was on the bank, that wasn't one of mine. There's a lot of equipment and stuff people leave around here. I finally caught on to what you were talking about there, Steve. Don't forget your cork. That wasn't one of mine. And looks like everyone left that. Everyone left the bridge that quickly. Yeah, they moved all over there now. Huh, interesting. Wonder why they did that. That's a good little spot. I wonder why they moved. Wonder why they moved. Let's see, I want to cast this bank down here, so I'll move this further down here. Oh, too tight, too tight, too tight, Michael. Loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. There we go. Sorry. You're going to go off there for a second. Yeah, I had her tightened down too much. Looks pretty good angle. Yeah, everyone left the bridge over there. What the heck? I mean, they're going around in that. I guess they're doing what I'm doing, kind of searching around for fish. Sneak over there in a second. See, Chaos says, what do we have in? Patrick, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let's see. McGowan, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yep, stop it, Bluegill. Hey, we're not done with the scooter rides yet. We're thinking of running over there by that. No, there's still one person fishing right there. I don't know. Oh, I wish I had a spinnerbait. I really do, folks. The camera still looks off. Can't seem to get it right today. I'm switching spots up quite a bit, so I can't. It's been forever to get that camera exactly right every single spot, but I'm trying. I am trying. That's way too far over there. Yeah, watch a big one hit it now. I'm over that tree down there. Good luck getting a fish out of there if I get one. Looks pretty good. That's where I wanted it. You know what? They're not fishing on underneath that bridge. I see it now. They're fishing past it. It got me on this shoreline. I got to try this shoreline for a little while. I know there's a big bass that's going to be sitting down here. I just got to get it in front of them, work it just the right way. You can believe how many frogs and stuff are sitting down here in this stuff too. You could probably just grab a handful of muck and get a frog. Really, no joke. Chaos says Patrick, and Patrick says Chaos. 14 people in, 53 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I had a spinnerbait, I'd be casting it right down these banks. You wouldn't believe how many strikes I'd be getting. I cannot wait till the first of the month when I can get one. So many of those soft plastic and stuff that people have given me that they just combo with a nice little spinnerbait. So good. Got it. Dropped it again. Dang it. I quite literally picked that up and I felt him pulling on it. Wind, don't blow the camera over, please. I ain't got her set for 15-mile-per-hour winds. Can't believe that fish picked it up and dropped it like that. I could feel him just, I could tell he didn't have the bait in his mouth. He was just holding on to the tail. There's a feel when a bass hits it, when you pick it up, you can feel that it's actually bending towards him. It's hard to explain unless you've had it done 100,000 times. You know how many years I've been fishing for bass, you know how many times I've learned to feel when that bass has that lure, just the tail of the lure in his mouth rather than the hook. You just grab it onto the tail. And don't blow the tripod over. Well, I want to get one bass on me. I really do. I could throw a rooster tail out here and get a bass pretty quick, man. Yeah. Anything that flashes down here usually gets them to hit. Rooster tail, spinner baits, chatter baits. Doesn't have to put a lot of vibration. They just love to see that flash. Bite on worm. Way down here. I gotta go. Bite on that worm. Bite on that worm. He was running with it. He's still bobbing it too. Oh, how can they hit that and not get the hook in them? Boy, that is a little like number 4 gold eagle claw. It's tiny. Oh, you know, I forgot my cat rod. I've been fishing out here for a while. I forgot to put my other rod out. Oops. That was a good bite on worm, though. I can pop my little cat rod right over here. See if I can get anything to hit with the cat rod while I'm sitting here. Got it rigged up. In fact, I haven't gotten anything on the bobbers yet. It's all been on the bottom with worm. I'm getting bites with the bobbers, just like that. Look at that. Slowly popping. I only got one of them suckers. It's a little bigger bluegill. That's a little bit of a bigger bluegill. Got the hook right in the upper jaw, huh? That's a bigger bluegill, though, folks. That's a nice little 4.5, 5-incher. Well, that's about a 5-incher. More bait. Backpack's way the heck down here. Oops. That's number 3 for us. That is number 3. Get my cat rod out and we'll come check the chat out, see what's going on. Get these two back out here. Put the little sucker right by the bank, the little drifter in right by the bank. That's pretty good for that one. And we'll get our cat rod back out. Boy, it'd be nice if I got one channel catfish. That way I wouldn't have to worry about dinner. Them suckers cook up pretty good. Cut a couple fillets off a nice pound or 2 channel catfish. Cats can get the, the scraps. Because, raw fish, even the raw bones, it doesn't really bother them. I mean, as far as fish are concerned, when you have raw, it's very bendy. It's when you cook it, it becomes, hard and, it's dangerous for them to eat. Pretty good. Nice little gobble, little red wigglers, no worries. About 15 feet out on that one. I finally got this one greased up properly, and the other one gets oil and it's all kind of sand and crap in it. I can bring my other rod down there, but I can't fish in the sand. I have to fish in the rocks. I don't want that sand in that other reel. And there's almost no way to keep it out of it unless you're using a rod holder. Oh, there's a bite already. Barely hit the bottom. I kid you not, that was pecking the moment it hit the water. This looks pretty good. I just gotta that last worm on there just a little bit more. That's casting great now. I finally got this reel working good, and my other one gets sand in it. It happens when you're old and you have to work on your own equipment. Takes you a week to get one reel working good, and by the time you get that one working, the other one's going. You just gotta laugh with it. As long as I got one reel working, I don't even care. I don't even care. Who do we have in the chat? Glare is giving me a nuisance, huh? I can't. Robert, Nikki, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yeah, we're catching a few fish, you know, bait and stuff for another trip. There's a bite on the bobber. Yeah, that bobber started drifting to the left again. We got worm on both rods. We're kind of trying bass lure on the other. Caught like 3 or 4 bluegill already. 1 green sunfish. Kind of a bait run, you know, kind of a relaxing, much more easier fishing trip than having to go down the river every single day. I wanted to give it a day to rest too. We've been hitting that river pretty dang hard recently, so. Caught a largemouth on the feed right before I started it. I always regret not doing that. So Nikki says, Robert. And see, Nikki says, anytime, love you. Yeah, no battery extender on today. No, what we get is what we get. See what we have. Nothing. Group. All right, looks pretty good. Let's see what's going on with the chat. We had a lot pop, huh? Danny says, hi, and nobody really. What is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Nobody really says Nikki. And then he says, hi, Nikki. Then he says, hi, nobody. And John C, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Manny says, hi, John. Nobody really with the cool emoji. John G says, hi, Danny. Hi, Nikki. And SCL Greg, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yeah, we're doing a little, lake fishing today. No worries. A little pond. Working around the lake, see if we can get a couple bass on feed. We got some bluegill already. Maybe a catfish. You never know. Heck, a big old carp will hit those little red wigglers on the bottom. Yeah, that river's been running me rampant for a while, so I thought I'd take a day off. No worries. Did I miss Pop? John C says, Pop, hey! John C says, Patrick! Hello, and let's see, we have Danny says, hi, Greg. John says, Mr. Turner. Mr. Turner, hello. And Frenchie, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you guys coming in and visiting. Yeah, we're on kind of a bait run. We've got 3 pretty good bluegill so far. Frenchie says MVP. And Greg says Danny. John says, Greg, hey. Yeah, every time I start to walk over and try to fish the bass or something tries to pull my these little bluegill, probably some little catfish trying to pull my other rods in. Hey, sneaky little suckers. Every time I turn my back, I look over there and I see my rods, you know. I got the drag set so they can't get them in, but they just, you know, they like to do. Get back to some bass fishing. I wish I had a spinnerbait. Or can someone send me a spinnerbait? I mean, this swim bait or Turner's really good. I mean, it's one of the best swim baits I've ever casted, but they really want some flash right now, some flash, some vibration, and the paddle tail's just putting enough so that they can find the bait, but those spinner baits, they obliterate down here. And I buy these little Strike King spinner baits from Walmart. I think they're like $2.29, but you know how that my fishing budget went this month. That almost got me angry enough to want to change plans. It really did. I mean, I was so close to wanting to check. Oh, look at that. Check it out, folks. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That I think that might be either a hawk or an eagle. I think that's a hawk. Pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I saw that right over the head. That was pretty cool. I like that. He wasn't bothered by us at all, was he? Not bothered at all by us, folks. He's in here hovering over the water, see if he can find a fish or something up by the surface, something easy to devour. I know what he's in here for. He's in here for an easy meal. Looks like they're trying to get the bathrooms fixed up over the other side of the lake too. That wind is just blowing me way down there, ain't it? Yeah, I can still see my rods down there, barely. Barely. Come on, buddies. I know you're down here somewhere. Just one of them come out of those rocks and something. Just grab this one. Just one of you. I know you want to. I'm bouncing around them rocks. Hopefully I can get something's attention. I always regret not starting to feed immediately. I really do. Every time I don't regret start to feed 2 or 3 casts in, guess what? I got a fish. That's probably usually the best I get all day. I really, really regret doing that because I already got a bass on shore about 15 minutes before I started the feed. Put it on the short. Take a cast over to the right over here. Yeah, this reel actually, that's the reason why this reel casts, because I tend to protect it more than my other ones. This is a reel a young man gave me by the name of, I forget, young man gave this to me. He said he didn't want to, hadn't figured out how to use a bait caster, and gave it to me. I protect it pretty good. Oh, way too close into the bank. Well, I'll try it. No, you probably can't see me unless I kneel down a little bit. Sorry about that. Water temperature is probably touching 50. Not really that warm as of yet. Not really that warm yet, folks. But she's getting there. She's getting there warmer. Warmer and warmer every day. Let's see, what did I miss in chat? STL Greg. Hi, Turner. See. Then he says, hi, Greg. Let's see, Randy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Think of it. Oh, I can't really see that. Yep, Randy. Or is that? Crap, I can't. Robert Blake. You brought my backpack with me. I left it down there. Unless I have my backpack, I can never see the comments. Oh, Bobby. Or crap. It's Robbie. I very muchly apologize. I mutilate names. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, Robbie. I can't really see the dang. Yeah. Sorry. I am. I'm sorry. Yeah, Down here at a local lake, trying to get some bait and stuff for the river, trying to give the river a little time to cool down. One of our favorite spots down there has been heavily fished for about the last 2 weeks. It's kind of slow yesterday. We're just letting her cool down, coming down here fishing for some bass, some crappie, bluegill, pretty much anything that will hit, to be honest. Caught a few bluegill so far. Caught a bass off feed right before I started the feed. Always doing that. I totally regret not starting a feed immediately when you get down to a spot. But if I start the feed when I get down to a spot, I never get a bite. Just like that. I don't know why. Get off it, whatever you're on. Like a little stick or something. We caught a few fish, no worries. Got some bait for the upcoming river trip. That river can really tear you up after a week or so of running down there. You just need a kind of a day to relax. This is kind of my day to calm down, do a little bass fishing, real easy fishing where I don't have to fight, you know, getting up and down banks and fighting current and changing conditions, barges going by all the time. Just a much more relaxing fishing trip. Hoping I can get one bass on feed today. Man, don't pull my camera over, please. Can't believe I just first 3 casts I find a bass on the spinner on this swim bait, and I can't find another one that wants to hit it. That's weird. That's just downright crazy. I should probably switch the camera around so I can see what the heck I'm doing better. Yeah, I should probably do it like that. I definitely should. Says, hi everyone, sorry about that. We're going to switch the camera around here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. All right, that looks better. Looks pretty good like that. I could not see it in the other way. We're just getting some really abnormal shorelines. We're off the feed, unfortunately, aren't we? They just switch around a little bit like that. That looks pretty good. Yep. That's a better feed angle. And bass fishing can be like this. You can spend hours down here, or you can just hit a spot where you can get 6 or 7 of them. We're on the northern side of the lake too. Obviously, it's going to warm up slower. This is where the big boys like to set out, over on this one side. A lot of rocks, a lot of sticks, a lot of stuff for bait and stuff to hide in. Yeah, just smacked the surface down there. Oh, slippery, Michael. Slippery, slippery, slippery. There are some good bass in this lake. Believe me, there is. You guys have seen some of the bass I pull out of this lake. I'm primarily catch and release, so all those bass go back in here. Odd, I can't get anything to hit down here. Just weird. I'm just gonna race one a couple times through here, and we'll move our rods down to a different. I really want to try that bridge over there so I can get some bluegill. Oh, huh. Still got it too. Whatever that is. That's a little bass. Got him though. I didn't get a very good hook set into him, but he got it. Oh, he pulled off. Dang it, I didn't get a hook set into that one. Crap. I even had the hook into him. Oh well. I got him up to the bank. That was a little 8 or 10 incher. No worries, folks. I had that one. Yep, fish on. I had that one. Oh well. Yeah, I'm trying to speak because, I don't have a lot of folks in anyways, and that gives me time to practice and everything. He hit it, basically as a swim bait. I wasn't bouncing her around. And he hit it fast too. That's why I couldn't get a hook into him. Let's get back out here and do some fishing. Assuming the camera isn't going to get blown over. Yep, she's trying. Yeah, we might have to shut this camera down a little bit so that we can keep her from blowing over quite as easily. All right. It's right there. Oh, where's some fish down here? I didn't get a hook into that one. I just did not get a hook into that fish. Oh, it happens. Even to the best of us. It happens even to the best of us, folks. I can't keep that camera up any higher than that. The wind's blowing too much. Yeah, he just chased it like a regular paddle tail. I was just reeling it straight in. I really got that tree over my head. Crap. Another time that wind just blew me into the bank. Oh, Lord. Don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on those other rods down there. Got one basket on the wheel way down there. The little ones got a little bit more oomph than the bigger ones. Right now, they just not really wanting to chase baits down. My scooter and everything's okay down there. This is our last spot before we go. What is that on my foot? Stick or something. What do we have in here? Oh, Skeeter. Hey, what's going on, Skeeter? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yeah, this is the reason why I don't put this, see, no F's, no frills. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Hi, Maddie. Appreciate you coming in and visiting. We just missed the bass on feed. We had it right up to the bank. And I forgot that tree's down there. Crap. I forgot that dang tree's dangling way down there. Cast that spot 50 times and still forget it's there. Isn't that the way it works, though? We've got a few bluegill for bait for tomorrow. We're just kind of giving a nice calm day. Nice one just hit the surface over there. On that other side. And don't blow the camera over, please. All right, we'll go check the other rods and see what's going on. Put the camera feed back the other direction. All right. Way I can walk with you guys. No worries. We've caught a few fish today. It's no problems. Much more relaxing day. I can, fish around these edges and shorelines. Little Robin, hi buddy. Check it out. Hi Robin. Interested? He's looking. It's much more relaxing with a fishing trip doing this. Much more relaxing. Especially on the weekdays. On the weekends, it can be a little bit different. Way too many folks doing too many dumb things down here, but during the weekends, it's pretty nice. Actually, pretty pretty nice. Not a whole lot going on. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes in. 63 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I appreciate that. I really do. Caught a few bluegill. Nothing major, but it's like I said, it's a nice relaxing day. We get to get out to do some yeah, I figured that bait would be gone off of this one. They're good at doing that when your back's turned. They will clean you off. If I could get a couple more bluegill, I think I'd be happy. It's a lot different than our other fishing trips down on the river where you're fighting the current and the waves and the barges and all that other stuff. You just come down here and, fish. Do a little bass fishing, caught one pretty good one off feed. I just missed one on the feed. Had him right up to the bank. Pretty calm, quiet day. There's a little action filled a little bit earlier. Had a lot of folks coming out, seeing what the lake's doing, I guess, and they majority of everyone packed it up. I've got one guy over here, and that's about it. The whole lake's pretty much open. The whole lake is pretty much open. Oh, let me get my backpack. We got some more chat. And Princess, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Hugh says, everyone cheers. See, Princess says, well, I got you. Gotta go. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for visiting. Phoenix, if you're still in, I enjoyed watching a few of your shorts this morning. I left a comment, I believe, on at least one or two. Hopefully I did. I forget sometimes in the mornings. I'm waking up. We're kind of giving these rods a chance to soak and everything, kind of changing the camera angles around, keeping everything interesting and new. I want to go back to that bridge. Hopefully no one grabs stuff. I'm going to grab our stuff and move back over there on that other side. Because this is obviously I'm thinking someone hit this with a cast net. What happens usually with these bluegill down here is that people will cast net them out in these really easy places to get them. You have to get into like places like that bridge over there where they're worried they're gonna lose their cast net. Yeah, even the little worm trick where it's got the worm hooked once is not getting them to come out. Usually if you put a worm right by the bank hook once like that, it don't last long. You get nibbled on so fast and make your head spin. Hope it's bite. Oh, I got the worm off. Dang it. If I had to put the worm hook once, little sucker. Would make sense. You bet the only way I could have not to try and hook the little suckers. Now I gotta find a little red worm in here and really hook it on there good. It's obviously the way they want it. Just hook really, really lightly. We're just like using a tiny, tiny little worm. See that? Just a itty bitty little worm. Be surprised that I've done this and I've gotten some big catfish and stuff hitting when you do this. Oh, how did he get the worm off that time? Really? I hooked that worm good too. Sucker. I don't want to use my big night crawlers. I might need them on the river. I still got a lot of little red worms in here. We found some bites finally. I had to get within an inch or two of that pipe to get them to hit. There's some hitting on the bottom out there. Monofilament. Bobbers. Dang it, I hate this bobber. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. The only other bobber I got's like the size of a golf ball. Massive. Just a massive bobber. Great if you're fishing like a heavy duty jig head or something, but fishing like a tiny worm. That deeper than that. Already trying to get that worm off. I see you pecking on it out there. Probably got swallowed already out there. Oh, that wind sucks today. We've getting a few bites. Just trying to get some nice catfish bait for the river. Not as easy as you think it is. People fish these lakes heavily for this kind of thing. This is the closest lake to one of the best parts of the river, so you can imagine how much the bluegill are fished for in this lake. The bigger ones, not really. It's just the little ones are fished for bait. Buddy, give me a break. You got 3 worms off and you stop hitting. While that soaks, let's check our one out here on the bottom. It looks like he cleaned it off again. Yeah, they just cleaning this one off. I'm not even seeing much of a bite on this one, no matter what I do with it. Yeah, we got no battery extender or anything today, so we're just running her off the charge on the cell phone. Kind of a casual day. I didn't really worry about charging anything up but the mic and making sure all my gears are ready to go. I should probably cut up one of them bluegill here and try it out here, but I kind of want to save them for the river. He was sitting there with the worm in the very end of the worm in his mouth. We're going to keep trying around these banks here and see if we can get a few more bluegill. Around this rock wall here. Yeah, we're just on kind of a bait mission today, folks. Did I miss Randy? Bill Owens, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Sorry, we're kind of a casual fishing today. Not really doing much, but trying to catch some bait. I've got a bass rod out here. I've had one hook on the feed, missed it. I had another one right before the feed. So we've caught some fish. We've had some activity for sure. See Randy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Yeah, bass have big fish lips. Bill Owens says Patrick. Bill Owens says Skeeter. Bill Owens says Randy. 10 people in. Awesome, folks. I appreciate that. I just turned my back over there. And I brought over here is getting a bite. Hang on. Well, he was pulling on pretty good. Aha, you sucker. Little sucker was hitting it, though. Tried to get it off. Tried and failed. Of course, I failed to hook him, so we're even. Even on that retrospect, I suppose. All right, let's back out. Get back to fishing for these bluegill over here. Yeah, that one I'm hoping to get maybe a catfish or something on it, but that hasn't panned out today. Yeah, that one hasn't quite panned out today. Missed the bass. It's almost panned out. I caught one off the feed right before it started, so definitely got some fishes today. No skunk. Bill on says, Randy. Hi, Greg. And Miss Turner, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Hi, Miss Turner. See, hope your day. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Frog. We'd probably try to catch a couple frogs too for bait. But they're actually out of season, so I can't really keep them for bait. That's actually a bad thing. I wouldn't be able to. Frogs are only open seasons like August. No, it's July 31st, I believe. August 31st, one of the two when the when frogging season opens up. And you can catch them by any means necessary. Got him. Got him. Got him. Yeah, that's what we're after today, folks. They get fished for in this lake a lot, so that's our cut bait for tomorrow. Cute little bloogie. Hi, bloogie. Sorry, buddy, but you're coming home with me. Cut bait, cut bait, cut bait. Them little suckers are hard to get to hit. They are. They're hard to get to hit. Yeah, we're still at it, trying to catch some cut bait for tomorrow. Let's see. Crystal's back in. I'm back. What did I miss? You missed one bass I had hooked. Number of little bluegill, green sunfish. Not a whole lot, Crystal, but you know what this is a bait finding mission. It really is. We're out here trying to get some cut bait for tomorrow, so we can fish the river. You know those hang on. Those catfish down in the river, to fish those deeper water, I need a little bit better bait than just night crawlers. Unless it's the dead of winter. Then they'll hit pretty much anything. So we're down here trying to get some cut bait, bluegill. Maybe get some, maybe get a couple bass and maybe a little catfish. You never know. Always keep an open mind. Got a little algae on my worm. Just kind of throwing a little worm around here. You know how these little bluegill will kind of go for a little worm out here. And they are really close to this structure. They're like terrified. They won't come out of it for some reason. Unless I'm right on top of something, they won't touch nothing. I like that. Oh, missed him. Like I said, unless I'm right on top of this stuff, they won't even touch a worm. Oh, missed him. Should probably have bought corn so I could have done a little bit more catfishing, but this really wasn't. I was more like after bluegill, bass, crappie. I got worm on, so there's a potential for a catfish or carp, but you never know. Like I said, that option's always open when you're down here in this lake. I've had plenty of times where I've been fishing for bluegill and just suddenly hook into like a 20-pound carp. Out of nowhere, I'm just fishing with like this, like bluegill, and suddenly, bam, carp. I missed him. Missed him. And sticks and stuff are just... Yeah, this is a really natural lake. It may be in the middle of North St. Louis. Sticks and all kinds of rocks and no the only concrete in this whole lake is like these little wheelchair accessible spots. How long have we been in? I gotta make sure that... Oh, there we go. I thought that was gonna go. She just about blew over on us. Let's see. Billigren, she's been a member of the Pride for... Oh, I wish I could see that. Oh, welcome to the Pride. Thank you. Appreciate it. Billigrens is now a member of the Pride. Thank you. Gave me out for that one. Appreciate that. Thank you. Billigrens with all the cute little kitty cat emojis. And let's see, Bloodshed's in. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Crystal says, yeah, nice catch. That was a little... Yeah, we were going, ooh. I'm not sure what to do about this camera. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to kind of try to station her a little bit better. Maybe I'll put my 10-pound backpack behind it. Might hold her from blowing over. All right, I think that might hold her. Yeah, today'd be the day if I was fishing down here to use a spinnerbait, but I ain't got no spinnerbait, so. Uh-oh. You know the wind's blowing when you get a wing knot. Each spot we're picking off a couple bluegill and then trying to see if there are any bass around. And we've got one rod out there for catfish or carp or whatever's going to hit it out there on the bottom. Don't ask me why they're cutting the grass. The grass hasn't grown up at all. Oh, I bobbed it. I saw that. Leaf fish. Get off there, leaf fish. You're no good. The wind had to start blowing like a sucker out here today, didn't it? When I came out, it was still. There wasn't a bit of wind. And now look at it. Come on, little boogies. I know you're over here. Go right by the edge of this wall. See if there's any setting down here right by this edge. I wonder if I got any little Steve Turner's jigs around. I might try try jigging for a little bit. I'm sure they're in the bottom of a box somewhere. Oh, missed him. Oh, wasn't good enough. That's about right. Right by that edge. Don't blow over camera. I'm ready to hit the gunk right by the bank. That wind is just. I know where I want it and I can't get it there. Trying to push this feed to about 3 hours. We're nearly there, folks. Wish I could just get a few more fish on feed for you guys. Maybe a decent little half-pound, pound largemouth, something like that. But they're not cooperating today. Had a few strikes on the swim bait. Had one bass, maybe about a quarter of a pound right up to the bank. Might have been a half pound. I mean, he was about like that. It wasn't massive, but yeah, I was reeling that bait in, and he hit that lure fast, and he was pointed towards me. I had to get a hook set into him. I knew it when I did it. I didn't get a hook into him. I think we tried that enough for bluegill. Let's get the swim bait out over here, and we'll try try over to our left for a little bit before hopefully that'll run her to 3 hours. Because I don't want to run my battery all the way down. We're not running on a battery extender today. We just got her running the way she normally does. Yeah, I got the swim bait out again. Got the old swim bait out again. Almost forgot my backpack. Hang on. Gotta go back and get it, and I'll check the chat. Looks like we got some new people in. Yeah, we're doing like kind of a simultaneous thing here. We're trying to catch some bait for the river tomorrow. Plus, we're doing a little bass fishing, a little cat fishing. Kind of throwing a number of them in here. Trying to give us ourselves some options here. And Rude, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Rude says bloodshed. Bloodshed says Rude. Yeah, we had a new member to the Pride just a little bit ago. Billigrins is now a member to the Pride. Bloodshed with the fish emojis. Yeah, it is a beautiful. That's another thing about bass fishing. You get to move around quite a bit, so you can get some nice, beautiful camera views. Assuming the wind, she's getting pretty gusty out here. Hard to cast up against that wind. Oh, that was it. Yep. Thought that might be a good idea coming down here and trying this. Something smacked that reeling it in. Yeah, this water's kind of murky down here, so they need some flash and some vibration to find a bait. I usually be casting a spinnerbait down here, but you know, you guys know that story. Gotta wait till the first of the month. There's some goopers down there. I can see them. I have a lot of structure down here on the bottom. A lot of sticks and rocks and stuff. A lot of little bass like to hide down here. Getting them to hit's another matter, but they're down here. I can put on a rooster tail on my other rod. I bet you I could get some bass pretty quick, but they're usually like little half pounders, the majority of them. I wanted to stick with one of Steve's baits today. Just primarily. I might switch that rooster tail in here in just a minute. They just aren't feeding much on larger shad yet. I know what they're doing. They're feeding on like crawfish on the bottom and smaller bait fish. There's a lot of little bait fish in this lake. And this swim bait's about as big a bait as they would go after. We got enough time. I could put a rooster tail on this one. Try it for a while. You have enough time to do this? 2 hours and 35 minutes in. I think we have enough time. Rude says, let's go. Yeah, let's get a little rooster tail on this rod. Get just a little rooster tail on this rod. I cast much better. But then again, it's got fluorocarbon on it, and that fluorocarbon doesn't spin, so we're still really great. Your best option when it comes to fluoro. That's a nice little rooster tail. Little bright tail. Looks pretty good. That's pretty good. It's taking me a second to re-rig this rod. It just taking me a second to re-rig this rod. So I don't lose my hooks because of those little goldies are difficult to come by. No one uses the dang things except me. Best way to put them in with soft plastic. That way they don't get stuck in your pocket or something. That way that's never going to get tangled in my dang pocket. Bobber needs to go off. We caught 4 or 5 bluegill for bait. Hopefully that's enough for tomorrow down on the river. It's kind of a simultaneous way of fishing right now. We're this rooster tail, a lot of different species of fish will hit it. We caught bluegill and green sunfish so far, and I'm had a bass. Had a bass up to the bank. That's tied on. I just need to trim that line. Be right back. Don't me, I grabbed the stuff to put it on, and I didn't grab the stuff to trim it with. Dum 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 dum. If do not use a lighter on a on fluorocarbon. If you smoke, a cigarette will work, but do not use a lighter because the lighter, it's just not hot enough. It'll damage that fluoro. Because you know heat, if you keep fluoro in like a, I don't know, in a, we call it a, oh boy, my blank there. In like your car, and you leave it in your car, that heat and ultraviolet light and everything, it'll just destroy that fluoro. It's the same concept. All right, we got on a little rooster tail. I'm gonna try to cast this around a little bit, see if we can get something else to hit here. So this fluoro isn't great for casting a rooster tail. I should put on a trailer like monofilament. Fish on it. Ah, got a stick. Dang it, I thought that was a fish. Crap. Oh boy. Yeah, see, I want to fish. How long I've been waiting to get a good fish all day. How long I've been waiting to get one. Probably should have been doing this all day. Now, as I get so many strikes with the rooster tail compared to other things this time of the year. I've had 3 or 4 little pops already, but they were really small fish. They didn't even get the hook in their mouths. Just ding, ding, ding. Let's see what's going on here. Gotta put my bobber up. Don't want to lose my bobber. All right, we've got 2 bass rods working now. Oh, that bird. We're 2 hours, 40 minutes in, 46 in, 47, something like that. 2 hours and 42 minutes. So we're getting close. Get that 3 hours in. That way I can make sure everything stays good and everything. See, who do we have here? Good for blocking. Rude says Purnell. That Purnell's been in a lot of this live feed. I appreciate that. If not all of it. Right down by the water to do this right. Let's work that wrist tail really close to that bank. Stick or something, get off it. The camera's not going to blow over on me. You already about hit the ground once today. Once is enough, even if it was a miss. I should probably be casting this rooster tail on my bait caster, to be honest, because this fluoro does not work properly with rooster tail. Comes off. There are some trees that I'm casting right over the top of. Right over down here. I'm risking losing this rooster tail. That. Keep on trying to get something until the time runs out. noticed. Not after too long, hopefully. And there we go. Sounds back. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you about that. I tend to forget the dang mic in the last couple minutes. That's why a lot of the live feeds I do are only 3 hours long, because my mic feed only lasts 3 hours. Especially on a windy ass day like this. That mic. We're about ready to hang her up, folks. We're just trying to push her back up to that 3 hour mark. Trying to see if we can catch a few more fishies. Try not to have the camera get blown over on us. Haven't had it yapping yet today. Knock on wood. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can't hear me at all. This wind. I'm sure you guys can't hear me in this wind. It's blowing around. You're gonna have to audio. It's all right, no worries. Ain't no food in there, buddy. No worries. Hey, buddy. Whoop, whoop. Most exciting thing to happen all day. That's the most exciting thing to happen to me all day. I guess we're going to sit down here and just relax. Left, no worries. Actually, we got 2 hours and 58 minutes and 36 seconds. We got a minute and 30 seconds. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, Purnell, that was pretty cool. Says, doing good, brother. Did I miss someone here? Purnell, STL Greg, everyone's saying hi and everything. Yeah, we got 9 people in. We've just got a couple more minutes to go before we can close her down. Not much hitting anyway. We're out here just to touch base, to be honest. Yeah, and every time I put a worm out here, it gets cleaned off. So I'm just feeding the fish out here, like every time. There ain't nothing left on that hook, not even a piece of a worm. Oh Lord. At least I'm feeding some bluegill. I took a few of them out of the lake. At least I should do is feed the rest of them. At least I should do is feed them. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with this especially since I'm in with everyone I know. It gets uncomfortable when I'm around. I think I'm at the point where I can separate. That's when I'm down here fishing for other stuff, casting art fishing. That's just an old fisher tail I'm casting around. Let's see, Rude with the thumbs up. That's actually much harder to see the screen with this angle. You got to have the right background to see them. Going that way. No worries, they're going that way. Give me a chance to get a lot of sand out of my reel. This spinning combo got a lot of sand down in it. Down on the river. Right on the line. Come on, spin. Nice. You feel when it's not spinning. We are at oh yeah. We just passed by the 3-hour barrier. Last cast, folks. Last cast. We'll give it that extra minute or so, just in case, it's buffering or something. Can't you get home when it's bad now, like 2 minutes, 59 seconds? 2 hours, 59 minutes, 6 seconds. Really get so much of it. It's done that a number of times. What can I say, folks? Caught a few bluegill. Had some fun. Got some bait. Caught a little itty bitty bass. He caught one off the feed. Got that on camera. So I'm gonna have my little thing. Well, stay safe. See you on the water. Keep doing what you love. Keep them eyes tight. Come out, enjoy it. It's spring. Hopefully, get some sun on your arms. I know I'm getting some. I'll see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you.